Hello everyone, this is Azo, and today I wanted to talk about the upcoming Z nerf. At first, I actually wanted to make this a funny video where I maybe start swearing or yelling or whatever, and add some funny YouTubers like Foxtrot to ship in with a comment or two. But after talking a bit about this on Reddit, Twitter and Facebook messages, I realized a lot of you actually think the nerf is either nothing special or legitimate, it's deserved. So in an attempt to keep this as clean as possible, I will structure my arguments, expand on them, and add a conclusion at the end. If you're interested in Z tutorials, this is not the video. And if you're interested in comedy, you can go watch Sky Donkey or Kyondi Mundi. So, for those of you who don't know, the Z nerf is that Z won't be able to go back to his R for 1 second after landing. This will do the following. It will either force Z players to always use RW against skillshot mages, or it'll force Z players to wait with using their ultimate until all CC is used, or it will make it so that Z gets hit by every single skill shot after ulting from any competent player. Let me expand on this. If you ever saw Faker play Ahri versus Zed, there is a common way of winning the matchup after 6, and also a big reason why I think Ahri at the moment has an advantage in the Zed versus Ahri matchup. As Zed ults, you can time his 0.75 second blink, and always throw the charm right behind you. This can be a bit tricky if you're not too familiar with the timings, but when you learn the timings, when you play the matchup enough, it can be repeated. The nerf will make it so you can always easily do this with any kind of spell, as Zed will be stuck at the rough same place for 1 second, and you have 0.75 seconds to prepare, to put up a Ziggs minefield, to use a Brand Pillar Flame, Ahri Charm, whatever. Trading a spell for ultimate is fine when it's something like Fizz E or Vlad Pool, something that removes Deathmark, but having to not use your ultimate or having to dedicate everything you have and lock yourself down to a small area every time is not fine. Removing the choice to go back to your R is not good. Zed will become extremely predictable and frankly repetitive. Second of all, this is the tank meta. With Cinderhulk, half the enemy team with 4k HP and 300 armor, and just with a Thorn Mail as an extra, makes 80 assassins rather annoying to play. Even if you only focus on going in for the enemy AD carry, the amount of CC these tanks bring to the table destroys you. It's manageable with defensive ulting, as it can force CC ults and CC skill shots at the start of the fight to be focused at you, and then you getting out for free. But when the changes go through, you'll have no chance unless you have flash to flash behind the enemy AD carry, and then have your ultimate to get out after 1 second. But the main point being, picking Zed is risky, and you need to get an AP top or jungle, otherwise you're screwing over your team if it gets to even late mid game and you're not far ahead. And lastly, there are other better things to nerf about Zed. If you truly think Zed is too strong in the tank meta, even though he's falling out of competitive pick popularity and has been fine in terms of win ratio for a long time, don't nerf mobility or choice. Rather give his W longer cooldown or lower the W80 bonus or something that would tone him down simply. 80 ratios on spells, flat HP, stats overall would make a better target than taking away a very relevant choice for the player. To sum it up, the change will take away choice, the tank meta holds down Zed as it is, and there are better nerfs to go for. These are just my initial thoughts. Will this make Zed unplayable? No. In every other instance you wouldn't use the defensive ultimate, he is more or less the same. The problem is mainly that your opponent knows that you have a limited number of choices, and the whole problem with team fighting and all that stuff that I mentioned before. In either case, thank you very much for watching.